Ah, traveller, you've found your way back. Ashbourne always seems to draw people in, doesn't it? Today, however, the apothecary is settled in a quieter part of this enchanted town. Not the bustling market square or the winding alleys of Elm Hollow, no. Today we sit in the deep stillness of Willowshade, a place where time flows as slow as the river that curls through its heart. Willowshade is a haven of serenity, where the tall, ancient willows bend protectively over the water's edge, their delicate branches swaying in the soft breeze. The river, which runs through the center of the village, carries with it a constant, gentle murmur, as though it is sharing secrets with the land itself. Here, everything is slower, as if the very air resists the rush of time. The mist that clings to the riverbanks feels timeless, thick with the memory of countless seasons and quiet lives spent in reflection. The people of Willowshade live their days in rhythm with the river, quiet, unhurried, and steady. The willows too seem to be listening, always bending just slightly closer, whispering as if they hold some ancient wisdom from when the world was new. Unlike other parts of Ashbourne, where magic is always present, swirling and playful, the magic of Willowshade is subtle, seeping into the bones of the earth and water. It's the kind of place where you must be still, quiet, and patient to feel the power beneath the surface. This evening, as the apothecary rests on the river's edge, its windows glow warmly in the dusk, casting golden light onto the water. The soft sounds of vials clinking and shelves creaking form a gentle symphony inside, harmonizing with the constant rush of the river outside. Whimsy pads quietly around the shop, her mismatched eyes tracking the shadows that dance on the walls, while the fire in the hearth flickers softly, its embers sending little spirals of light upward. As the day fades into twilight, a boy, no older than 10, enters the apothecary. His footsteps are light, almost hesitant, as he crosses the threshold. His small hands clutch a bundle of flowers, their petals already wilting. The blooms, gathered hastily from the riverbank, are a symbol of the boy's determination, though their sagging stems show his battle against time. He is silent for a moment, standing in the center of the apothecary, his wide eyes taking in the shimmering shelves and countless jars, each one holding a story, a remedy, or perhaps a small fragment of the world's magic. The boy's purpose becomes clear without a word exchanged. He is seeking something for someone else, a gift or perhaps a cure. His need is quiet, yet deep, a kind of love that knows no words. In return, the apothecary offers him a small jar filled with a shimmering golden liquid. It is a simple concoction, brewed with sunlight and the last breath of summer, infused with the warmth that lingers in the air just before the chill of autumn arrives. The boy leaves, a faint smile touching his lips, his forgotten flowers left on the counter as a small token of gratitude. As the door swings shut behind him, the apothecary returns to its usual stillness. Outside, the light mist from the river curls upward, dancing around the low-hanging willow branches. Willowshade at dusk is a place of slow transitions. The shift from day to night feels less abrupt here, as if the land itself resists the finality of endings. The river flows steadily, its soft whispers blending with the rustle of leaves, creating an eternal lullaby for those who wander near its banks. Not long after, a woman appears at the apothecary's door. She is tall, with a long, shimmering cloak that seems to catch the fading light in strange, otherworldly ways. Her presence is commanding, but not harsh. Rather, she moves with a quiet authority, like someone who is deeply in tune with the flow of time and nature. There is an agelessness to her, a wisdom that comes not from years, but from an intimate understanding of the world around her. She steps inside and makes her request, a rare one. The Riverstone elixir. This elixir is not one that many seek out, for its purpose is specific and its effect subtle. Made from the smoothest stones found at the deepest bends of the river, the elixir is said to carry the essence of the water's journey, imbuing its drinker with the patience and strength of the stones themselves. It is not a potion of healing, not in the traditional sense, but rather one of grounding. To drink it is to feel the deep, ancient connection between earth and water, to become rooted in the present moment, no matter how turbulent the world around you may become. The woman accepts the vial with a knowing smile and departs, her cloak sweeping behind her as she steps back into the mist. Outside, the river seems to welcome her return, its whispers growing louder for a brief moment before settling back into its usual hum. The village too seems to breathe easier after her visit, as though her presence has smoothed over the invisible tension that had been hanging in the air. Hours pass, and the apothecary's warmth continues to glow softly against the deepening night. Whimsy has now settled beside the hearth, her watchful eyes drooping as sleep overtakes her. The fire crackles gently, the only sound in the otherwise quiet shop. The stillness of Willowshade is palpable now, the kind of silence that isn't empty but full of quiet possibility, as if the village itself is holding its breath, waiting for something just beyond the horizon. Outside, an old man appears by the river. He's been standing there for hours, a quiet figure that blends almost entirely with the willows behind him. His clothes are worn, patched together with the hands of time, and his skin is as rough as the stones he seems so intent on studying. He bends slowly, his back creaking like an old tree in the wind, and picks up a smooth stone from the riverbank. He turns it over in his hand, feeling its weight, its coolness, the history etched into its surface by the relentless flow of water over countless years. The man does not speak, but his silence speaks volumes. It is a silence that has been honed over a lifetime of watching, listening, and waiting. He holds the stone for what feels like an eternity, his gaze locked on the ripples in the river, as though he is searching for something beneath the surface, something lost perhaps, or something long forgotten. The river flows on, unconcerned with the passage of time, and yet it seems to respond to the man's presence, its murmur growing deeper, more resonant, as if acknowledging the weight of his thoughts. Inside, the apothecary's door remains open, a quiet invitation to anyone who might need it. But tonight, it seems, the village itself is content with the stillness. The old man eventually pockets the stone, his slow, deliberate movements a mirror of the river's endless flow. He straightens, his joints groaning in protest, and begins to walk, his steps light but measured, as though each one carries with it the weight of an entire life spent by the water's edge. The night deepens, and the second moon rises high into the sky, casting a soft silver light across the village. The mist thickens, wrapping Willowshade in a blanket of quiet magic, and the willows sway gently in time with the river. Whimsy stirs for a moment, her eyes fluttering open to watch the old man as he disappears into the mist, before curling back into a tight ball by the fire. The apothecary, ever watchful, waits patiently for whatever or whomever will come next, its doors always open to those who seek something more. As the hour grows late, the sounds of Willowshade begin to change. The gentle croaks of frogs and the rustle of nocturnal creatures start to fill the air, creating a chorus that harmonizes with the soft lapping of the river. It's a world that thrives in the shadows, where every flicker of movement seems imbued with mystery. The fire crackles softly, and a subtle warmth radiates throughout the room, embracing the quiet corners of the apothecary. The aroma of dried herbs hangs in the air, mingling with the crisp scent of the river. The apothecary is more than just a shop. It is a sanctuary for those who seek solace, a refuge from the whirlwind of the outside world. It stands as a testament to the slow, deliberate pace of life in Willowshade, where every moment is an invitation to pause and breathe, to listen to the whispers of the wind and the murmurs of the river. Outside, the night deepens further, and the stars twinkle overhead, their light shimmering on the water's surface. The world feels alive with possibility, as though each twinkling star is a reminder that the universe is vast and full of wonders yet to be discovered. The old man, now a silhouette against the moonlit backdrop, walks along the riverbank, feeling the cool earth beneath his feet, reconnecting with the very essence of the land that has nurtured him through the years. As the clock in the apothecary softly chimes the hour, a sense of calm washes over the space. In this moment, Willowshade is both an ending and a beginning, an acknowledgement of the past and a promise for the future. The apothecary remains steadfast and true, ready to weave together the stories of those who pass through its doors, ready to offer solace, healing, or perhaps just a place to dream. As the evening settles in, I bid you farewell, dear traveller. May the whispers of Willowshade linger in your heart, guiding you through the winding paths of life. Remember to pause, listen, and let the river's murmur carry your worries away. Until we meet again, keep the magic of Ashbourne close and know that the apothecary will always be waiting for your return.